my gosh. Please work. Hi everyone, I'm Jenny. Please let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me. I'm sorry, I'm using a new software today. I've never used it before. And I want to make sure that it's coming through because I'm a little nervous about this. I did a little checking out, and anyway, so say hello as you hop on. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Today we're going to talk about transforming your feed with photos. So let me know if you guys struggle in this area, or maybe you don't struggle. I'm going to check the comments at the end because I get so sidetracked and I'll just like forget what I'm doing. So I'm going to check those at the end. We'll have a little bit of time hopefully for Q&A. If we don't get to that, I will check back the whole week and I will answer any questions that you guys have. So first of all, I want to thank Kimberly for allowing me to share with you guys today. You guys have such an amazing place here for community and for learning things. She pours so much into you guys. Like, it's crazy. I've been in a lot of things, and the things she teaches, I mean, it would take forever to go learn everywhere else, and it's just so much. So I just want to say thank you. And I'm Jenny. For those of you guys that don't know me, I'm the homeschool mom. I'm currently homeschooling 4. So let me know below if you guys are homeschooling right now because of what's going on. Kudos to you, because I can't even do it the way people are doing it right now. We haven't always done it, but we just do it differently. We're a lot more relaxed than what probably you guys are experiencing. So one thing I just want to say to you is, you guys, if you're doing that and it's not working out the way you want to, it's going to be okay. Like, I promise you, your kids are going to be fine. So just enjoy them, or if you need to stick them in the other room for a moment and get some sanity, it's going to be okay. So I used to take photographs of babies, kids, families, engagement, lots of things for friends and family. And I just, with being busy, I just didn't have time to do that anymore. So I ended up getting into the health and wellness area, and I still love this. But you guys, what I'm going to share with you today is just kind of an overview of everything that you can do today for free, starting right now, to help you in your stuff. You guys, with the internet and every app available, you don't even need a DSLR. You don't need those fancy cameras. You can do everything from your phone. So with that, I am going to get started, and I can't see any comments right now, but continue to comment if need be. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we're talking about how you can transform your feed with your photos. So there are 3 things you really just want to pay attention to. I find 3 things are easy to do. And at the end, we're going to try to, if I can get this right, we're going to try to edit some photos together. If that time doesn't work out, or I can't get this screen share to work, then I will just upload a video for you guys, and you guys can watch that in your free time. I want to be respectful of your time too. So there's 3 steps to tell your story when you have your photos and you're putting them on IG and you're wanting to get people's attention, because that's the thing. We want to get their attention so they read what we have to say. And we're going to do that by having great photos, authentic photos that have to do with you and your story and what you're trying to tell the person you're trying to talk to. So the first thing, you guys, we're going to talk about is lighting, and why that is the most important thing over your camera, over your phone, over everything. And then we're going to get into some composition. And we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of framing your subject, framing yourself, just, kind of like decorating for photography, like you would decorate in your house. And then we're going to talk a little bit about editing. And again, I'm going to try to walk through that with you live. If I can't do that, I'm just going to upload a video for you guys. So, and I'm going to share my favorite apps that I like to use. I like to keep it simple. These are apps that I used when I was a photographer. And so I just naturally like to use those, and I feel that they help. So first thing is first, and we're going to talk about lighting. So what you want to do, this is important and this is free. We're all in our homes anyway, so what you want to do is you want to find the room with the best light. Now ideally that's not always going to happen, but you want to go to your light source, which is the best natural light, and that's daylight. And so when you take pictures, you want to make sure to turn off all your ambient lighting. So I have ambient lighting on, like a lamp or overhead lighting. It's best if you just do the natural, because that's going to change, and we'll talk about that in a minute. It's going to change things. So when you go to your window, you want to get as close to the window as possible without it being too harsh and in your face, because that you can also put like a sheer over your window to diffuse it, kind of like a softbox. That's going to illuminate. It's going to help you with editing. It's going to help you have a clean photo. And the reason we want clean photos is because when somebody is scrolling through and they see you, we want them to be able to see you, focus on you. If you're on a video, we want them to be able to focus on what you have to say and not what is going on in the background or what they cannot see. So that's why we want that. So if like I said, if you've ever had an underlit photo or video that you've watched of somebody, it's kind of hard to focus in on what they're saying. Just the same thing as when you can't hear somebody. So it's also easier to color correct if you get into more editing and you want to change colors, and it helps with the detail so you don't lose that type of detail. So the next step is, if you like, I have that down, I want to learn about lighting, you can definitely do studio light. I won't talk a whole bunch about that, but you can do that. You can start in your house with what you have. So you know, a lot of you might have ring lights. Let me know if you have a ring light. I have a big one. I'll share in a minute the one that I use. You know, a happy light, if you guys can see that. You could use one of those. Of course, that'll give off different light. Little ring lights. I even have, you know, these. I got these at IKEA. You know, we can start wherever we want, and this will give off light. Lamps, but you don't have to go over the top with things. And if you were talking like a studio, I could, you know, recommend like starting off with some of the cowboy lights, which I'll show you on Amazon, which are just big studio soft boxes or umbrellas that you can use. You can get like around $100. So if you're like, I want to have something to really play with and really get into this, that'd be something different. But honestly, just a little bit of light. Go to the dollar store, get yourself a poster board, a white poster board, to reflect light and help with that. I mean, it's like $1. You can really start to get creative if you start having intention with your photos. So that's a little bit about studio light. The best times to shoot for you are going to be 1 hour, like sunrise to an hour after, and then also that's going to be soft light, and also 1 hour before sunset. So if you guys have heard like the golden hour, that's where all the sun, just the skies are so beautiful, and a lot of photographers say the golden hour. It's because the light is just so soft, and it's even with your skin. It's not too high, it's not too low, it's just even, and it's the softest. Same thing concept when you use like a ring light. So when you get in that type of environment, that is going to give you your best colors. You're not going to have a whole lot of shadowing, and that's just going to give you a nice, even, perfect way to edit, and it's going to help you out. So that is actually more important than your camera or your phone. And while, you know, having a nice camera and having a nice phone is really helpful, it's just a tool. And so really, I want you guys to start looking at it as you are the one that's going to create the masterpiece. It's you. It's about you. It's about being creative and having intention and thinking through it a little bit more than just picking up a phone and snapping a shot. So if you are finding that you have to be out in full daylight and you just have a great opportunity to take a picture, then try to have like a building help shadow so you're not in full sun, or get under a tree. What else could you do? If you're having sun that's backlit from you, that is going to make it so that you are black and outlined. So if you can get at an angle with the sun, just do your best. Get, you know, if you happen to have something to reflect off of, you can that too. But you know, you can just get a little creative, look around for other places to go where you're not directly in the sun. And if you are, you can do things with that as well, and it's going to be okay. So the other thing is white balance. So if you've ever seen photos that are really yellow or really white, it's because of white or blue. It's because of white balance. So you ideally, when you're shooting or if you're editing, you want to get a good white balance so it's not too cool and not too warm. So that is called Kelvin, which is just another way that light is measured. So if you guys want to like start doing this a little bit, you could go around your house eventually and just start changing out the light bulbs so that they're all the same. So when you go to the store, they have numbers like, I don't know what they would have, maybe 5,000, 48, 3,200. But basically zero is, what is zero? I think zero is really hot, like yellow and red, then it goes to orange, then yellow, and 10,000 is like really blue. So somewhere in between. It just depends on the light you're in at the moment, but you want to have something kind of in the middle there. So if you go and just at least start, when you're going to get new bulbs anyways, be aware that that number is important. So if you want cooler photos, maybe get like a 4800. And don't take my advice so much on this because I might be wrong on the numbers, but get somewhere the same for each one so that it's consistent lighting if you are using lighting, so you don't have like a 5600, a 4800, and you have all these different temperatures around you. Try to get something a little consistent. You'll see with the ring lights too that they have you know, the yellow or the white, and that's just another way of saying that. So you can also use your iPhone exposure. So let me see real quick. You just go to your camera, and then you can press this down, and I believe, where is it at? Right here. So exposure, before you do your video or your picture, you can change the exposure, or you can tap on it. Let me see. You can tap on it. You should be able to tap on it. Yeah. And you can change it that way by going up or down. Okay. So it's something I always forget, but something you can do. And just keep in mind, the higher exposure you go, the more you're going to blow out your image and lose clarity, and it'll be harder to process it in the end. So sometimes it's a good thing to underexpose just a little bit so you keep that detail. So when you go to like kind of tweak it, or in whatever app you're in, it's going to keep detail and allow you to expose it more. So that's just something, a little tip that I'll give you guys. So for composition, I want you to start thinking about angles. So, you know, high angles, looking from high above, low angles, taking pictures from low angles. You know, I just read on IG that the best photos that people want to look at are the angles of point of view. So how you're looking at a subject. So if you're typing, like taking a picture like where your eyes would see typing, kind of like if you're watching a movie and there's like a jogger running and you see the video, you're like in the woods and you're seeing this jogger, and then you start moving, if this makes sense. You start moving and you know that it's somebody it's not just a camera, it's actually somebody there that's watching, that's their point of view. So a lot of things, start thinking like where your eyes are, but this doesn't always, you can break the rules here, because like if you're taking pictures of, like, say this is a flower, it's best to actually take the picture of the flower right from the side and not from way above top and stuff. And then with kids, it's always a great rule to remember to get down to their level. Same thing as if you were going to say hi to them, just to get to their level. But this is something you guys just need to be creative with and just take chances and, you know, like everybody says, fail forward, right? So the backgrounds. So I'm in my schoolroom right now. I literally am not this clean. I'll show you in a minute, but I cleared everything off my desks just so it was kind of, you know, schoolrooms aren't that clean, but I wanted it to be kind of clean. So start becoming aware of your background. You don't have to have a clean house. It doesn't always have to be perfect, but sometimes just moving a couple things that might be distracting out of the way is going to help you and your audience to see what you really want to say to them. So sometimes messy backgrounds make sense, and really when you do it that way, you could do a photo in black and white, and then it kind of tells another story because you're not seeing all these different colors everywhere, and that helps kind of to bring in focus as well. So again, it's kind of like all you and bringing creativity into things. So it doesn't always apply, but it is a great thing to just be intentional with everything you do. Look at the details. Maybe in the background you have something you like. Say you like the color purple, or so maybe you like flowers. So maybe you have something purple flowers if you're doing like a live and you want, it's in a place that doesn't really change much. That might be something to do. Be intentional. Or maybe you like Legos and Disney. Like you would put maybe some Legos and some Disney, and that will tell your audience a little bit about you without basically you saying, hey, I like Disney and Legos every time you go live. So that's a little bit of a tip for that. But if you do have a background and you're like, I have a great shot and I don't like the background, remember you can always pull yourself away from the background, which will give a little bit of blur and space between you, so that when you go to take that photo, especially on iPhones, if you do it in portrait mode, which I'll show you right here, there is an F up here, and it's the f-stop. And when you do that and you go all the way to f16, which is the highest number, your whole picture will be clear. And you don't know if you guys can see that. If you go all the way to the low, you can see, and I'll try to do this on screen, that the only thing in focus is my chair. So you can change that in your phone. If you, maybe not all phones have that, but a lot of the newer ones do. You can still get the effect by just pulling away from the background, and that's going to help focus in on you. The other thing you can do is there's so many great apps like Canva and Bazaar, and I'm sure there's more than that, where you can just cut yourself out and place yourself like on another background of your choice, and you know, it might not be the same, but it's a way to still save that photo. So the rule of thirds is another thing. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's kind of hard to see, but if you can see those 9 lines on my phone, that's the rule of thirds. So when we talk about photography, like am I in the middle? I'm in the middle. So that's something that most photographers are like, not all the time. They like to have you more over to the side a little bit. Not quite over here, but like right here. Because if this is kind of hard, I'm backwards. Like the rule of thirds, there's 4 points. And you want your subject or what you're focusing in on to be on one of those points. And if this is like, oh, this is too much, that's okay, because once you learn one thing, you can learn another. And you know what I find is naturally people just kind of do this and they go, oh, I like that photo better than that photo, not even knowing that these rules are applying to the photo they like. So I find, if you're like me, I'm kinesthetic kind of, just to go take the pictures. Just go take more and take more pictures. You're going to get better at it. So in order to do this, you just go into your settings and you go to your camera. This is the iPhone, guys. I'm sorry if you have another one. I'm not sure I could help with that one, but go to the camera. Oh, you can't see it. And then what you would go to is there's under composition. It's right. Under composition, there's a thing that says grid. Just turn it on. And it will have it on there at all times for you. If you get sick of it, just turn it off. So that has always really helped me. So being offset and all that is always okay. Let's see. Okay, the next one is posing and props. And I just want to make sure real quick that everybody can hear me. Okay. Posing and props. And for posing and props, this is where you can get really, framing. I'm sorry, guys. Framing. I went a little ahead. Got distracted. So when we talk about framing, just look for ways to frame your photo. So I'll show you guys some examples here in a second. I'll try to speed this up. Lines, roads, paths, railroad tracks, if they're not being used, don't use them if they're being used, okay? There's been lots of accidents with that, so we don't do that. But fences, bridges, windows, doors, arches, hallways, mirrors, just so many things you can get creative with this. Just anything that you can frame out your face or your body or your subject or whatever it is. I mean, I've seen people do like pumpkins, like laying down, being framed out with stuff. Like, just think of a frame. Just start looking around, thinking of things as a frame. It just adds another element to your pictures. The other thing is posing and props. So you can use anything for this. You can also do layering. So if you've ever seen the photos where they have, just think of different elements this way. So you could take a picture and say there was some flowers right there, and then beyond that is your subject, and then beyond that is maybe an ocean or a mountain. So you just have different elements being layered, and if you do it right, some of them will be more blurred than others, and it just gives that layering piece as if you were putting together an outfit or you were decorating your house. So you can also use things in your house to layer. Pretend that this is a leaf. I could just put this in front of my phone and it would look like I was behind a tree, but I'm not. I'm just holding whatever I want to layer, and then I take a picture of somebody, and it just adds that to it. So when it comes to props, anything, like you've probably already done it. So you can use your clothes, like a jacket, a hoodie, earrings, you can do scarves, a hat, you can do a bag, you could do a mug, a cup, your laptop. If you're a painter, you could do a paintbrush. If you're doing gardening, a shovel, pens. So many things you can do with layers, buckets. You just have to get creative and just start using them. So with that, I think I'm on the right one. Yeah. Okay. So you can also use the phone. Like, I could be taking a picture of me on the phone or you on the phone, like, and pretend you're texting, and you could be like smiling, laughing, looking away, playing with your hair, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever sounds like you. You could be walking, or I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but use props. It's great to have something for your both hands to do. So with that, I'm going to go into editing a little bit, my favorite apps. So Lightroom, I'm going to show you real quick. That's where we're going to do some editing. It's an app, it's free. You can apply presets to it, and they're different than filters because you can customize them and you can make your own and you can share them, and the sky's the limit on that. And I love it that I'm pretty sure it's free. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, but I'm pretty sure it's free. So the next app is Photoshop, but I'm not sure if that one's free. So the next best thing would have to be like a combination of maybe Snapseed and lens distortion. So with Photoshop, I used to add in elements like lens flares and like just different lighting things, or snow or bokeh or sparkles, just different things like that that just kind of help your photos just bring out an extra oomph. So that is, I think, $10 a year or something, or you can use it for free and not get access to all of it. But that was one I found that I was really excited about, because you don't have to have Photoshop anymore. Get on your computer. You can do all of this from your mobile, which I think is so cool. So that is that. Those are my three, and I have a lot, but my go-to is Lightroom. So I think I talked about the customizing a little bit, right? So with customizing, you can customize your photo to the look of your feed. You can customize it. So if you like soft and airy, you can make it soft and airy. If you like moody, you can make it moody. If you like, clean and bright, you can make it that way. You can make it moody and dark. And yeah, you can do it with filters, but this way you can take a bunch of photos that you took in the same lighting, the same room, and you can just edit one or put a preset to one, and then you can apply it to all the others. And not only that, but if you go buy it from somebody, it's not like, oh, it's that and done. You can actually make it more bright, make it darker. You can still take all the things that they already put into it and you can tweak it to your style. So that's one thing I really do like about that. For editing, it's quick, it's easy, it's duplicatable. So like I said, once you get it down, once you make a preset, buy a preset, you have it, you can save it. I'm going to show you how to save it, and then it's duplicatable. So if you have somebody that you want to share it with, or you have a team you want to share it with because they just need help and they don't have the time to do it, and you're willing to help them, you can share that with them, and it's just going to help them, to just go on. It's not, they don't have to reinvent the wheel, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So and I talked a little bit about adding in special effects and elements. So there are a lot of apps out there where you can add in different elements, but the special effects and the elements of the light flare and stuff I really do like with the lens distortion, and again, you can make it your own. And then I talked about sharing with your team or sharing with people that you like. Of course, you could always make money from it as well. There's a lot of people that make presets. I think Kimberly knows some people if you guys need some recommendations of somebody that makes good presets. So we're going to talk about mood and movement. So you guys, you don't have to just pose and be boring for your, not that they're boring, but we don't just have to pose like we did in the old days and it looks staged. So the thing is with I love about lifestyle is that you don't even have to look at the camera sometimes. You can be out playing with your kids. It just says more natural, authentic, lifelike, what you're doing and what you're about. And it creates excitement. So people they're like, what's happening next? They love to look at that. So ways that you can do this is you can be walking or just move back and forth, act like you're walking. You can kick your leg front, kick it back and hike it up. You can twirl a little bit. You can spin. You can flip your hair. You can look away and look back. You can laugh. You can mess with your hair, text on the phone, act like you're typing. What else? Basically just moving around, like just dance. You can dance. And this might be weird, especially when you're out in public, but nobody really cares. So you just have to get over yourself like I did and start doing it, which I'm still kind of getting over. So, so that's a little bit about the mood and movement. And then you want to shoot in live mode. So on your phone, there is a live mode. And I believe if you go to your camera settings, this is the iPhone. Again, I think I already said that, sorry. But if you just go, let's see, is it up here? Now I'm recording. You press this button. Okay, I think it's this button right here. Yeah. There's a little circle with a bullseye in it, and it says live auto. So you want to make sure that's on, and if you have it on, it will say live right there. And what that allows you to do is when you take a photo, so I'll take a photo. You take a photo, and then if you click on it to edit it, it's going to allow you to, isn't it? Where is it at? Adjust. Why is it not showing? Okay. Well, anyways, it's going to show like a 1 second time frame. And then you can go in and you can pick your key photo, the one that you want to see when you pull up your phone. You can also take like screenshots or save different, if you're moving around during that 1 second photo, you can take different photos from it, and you can get a couple photos from it, or you can, maybe it was like, oh, that photo is not very clear. Well, if you just move around, you might find a spot where it is clear, or your eyes are open, or they're not half shut. So taking it in live photo has really helped. And if you just have it in there, you don't have to think about it. You just have to remember that you have it in live photo. So cropping is something you can do with your photos too. So if you have a full length shot of yourself, you can like crop it. You can crop it to your head, you can crop it here, you can cut off your feet sometimes, and just there's as long as it looks good, I guess. But you can crop your photo in different ways. You can have a really big nice landscape shot of you, all big, and then you can crop it down for IG or have it so that you're offset. There's so many things you can do with cropping. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Flash, I don't recommend having a flash just because I feel it makes your face flat. So what I mean by that is it just is all white. It kind of drowns you out sometimes. So unless you have it in a setup where your flash is off camera, or you have a setup, I just don't really recommend it unless you are in a really dark spot and you need a flash, because there's some awesome photography with flashes. But for the most part, natural light, in my opinion, is the best. And so get that down, because flash can be harsh. Lock focus. So on your phone, to get clear photos, you just want to lock focus. So you would just press, see if you can see that. Well, anyways, you would just lock focus. So you would just press down on it right there. I think that's it. Keeps going to exposure, but you can just press down on it, and then no matter what you do, it's on A. If it's on the lock, it'll say up there too. So then even if I want to recompose my shot, whatever I locked in focus, so if I locked in focus like one of these books, I can recompose my shot and those books will still be in focus. So that's a great thing to do too if your subject is moving around a lot and you're like maybe a kid, or you just want to take different shots to think about it. Instead of always pushing down to focus, you can just lock that focus and move it around and take those photos. Okay, so turn on HDR. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of stuff, but HDR is on your phone. It's in settings. Just go to settings and camera, and then it says smart HDR. It might be different on yours, but that's going to help with like if you are backlit, like I talked about earlier with the sun behind you, and you need to have yourself lightened up a little bit more. It's just going to kind of help with that and kind of blur out that light and soften it a little bit more. Slide exposure. I talked about that already with being able to go into your phone and press up or down to slide your exposure, or press on the button for the exposure and slide back and forth. Different ways by shooting yourself. Okay, shooting by yourself, not yourself. Sorry. Okay, so this is really cool. Some of these I didn't even know you could do. But if you are taking a photo of yourself, instead of just pressing the button at the bottom, so sometimes that's hard if we're doing this. If you're holding it a certain way, you can press the top volume button on an iPhone. You can also plug in your earphones and use your earbuds. Press that button. I don't have any with me right now. You can press that. Another great thing, they're like $5 on Amazon, I'll show you guys, is a remote. You can hide it in your hand, and you're doing something with your hand anyways. Nobody's going to see it. So that's another great one. A selfie stick with a stand is another great one. Also, investing in a cheap tripod. I'm going to show you guys some that are really inexpensive. So if this is something you want to think about doing over and over, like invest in some of these small things. It doesn't have to be expensive, and it's just going to really help you when you don't have anybody to take photos of you. Oh, the other thing is shooting in live video 4K. You can just move around, do all your things, and then go back and screenshot the videos, the pictures you want. And the other thing, of course, is the timer. So again, press down on this button and there's a timer right there. You can do 3 seconds or 10 seconds. I recommend doing 10 seconds if it's you and somebody else or kids, or you're going to be far away from the camera, but 3 seconds for selfies is, I think, enough. And then just figuring out your photo style. So, you know, find people, follow people that inspire you, don't make you feel bad, because we don't want to follow people that make us feel like we're not doing a good job. Follow people that inspire you and like you're like, I love their stuff and I want my stuff to look like that, but in your own way. And, you know, just start figuring out your style, like search IG, search Pinterest and photo blogs, just start looking around, and that's going to spark creativity in you as well. And you go, oh, I want to do this. And you'll just, it's fun when you like to do what you do. And then colors. So having a cohesive feed doesn't mean everything has to be the same. It just means it has to go together. And so filters or presets are gonna help with that. But don't be scared to like post about Christmas, or, you know, you would go into summer, fall, all those seasons, the colors change. You know, you might be sick of wearing pink all the time and you want to wear blue. Like, it's okay. Your blue is going to look different from somebody else's blue. And the whole key here is to get creative, have fun with it, be intentional about it, and just start doing it, because this is going to help so much. So, you know, you can think in terms of shades and all that. So, let's see if there's anything else I forgot. Just to kind of recap, I want to try to do this thing real quick. New angles, some creative ideas to get you guys going. Holding hands with the person in the shot. So if you're with somebody, again, if you're with somebody, try not to put your hands on their shoulders because it competes with their face. But like if you're with your husband or your significant other, you can put it on their chest and different things like that. That's okay. Overhead views of things, either if it's close or far away, that's really good. Some really cool shots with that. And I'll try to get here and show you guys some. Flat lays, so even if it's you working on your computer, just somebody like looking down at you or what have you, try to make them your own in hot stock. Close-ups of objects, just getting a different perspective. So, you know, getting in different types of shots. So like if you were really tall or really short, and just getting in different viewpoints. Pictures of you coloring, or you reading, painting, on your computer journaling, using your products without showing what they are, but using them and getting creative with that to tell your story is a really great thing. And then just lifestyle, not looking at the camera when you're with your family or friends. So it looks like somebody's looking into your life right then and what you're doing, like they're a spectator. And then of course, selfies, lots of you, because people want to know you, you're your brand. Nature, get outside, show what's around you. You at the table, maybe setting it, serving kids, teaching kids, playing with dogs, whatever your life looks like. It might not be with kids, but and if you do the outfit of the day, maybe do it without the mirror, or maybe do it with the mirror, but you can't see your phone, so have it on a stand. And of course, if you do it with a phone, there's nothing wrong with that too, but just get creative with that. Food in your hands, quotes, quote boards, something you wrote, showing it, books, all of those things, focusing on that, maybe focusing on your face or the whole picture. You can go about that different ways. And then these are some references for you guys for IG, just if you want to make a custom image in Canva, or a quote, or a cover photo for your Reels or your IG, or if you want to post something on your IG feed, but then you want to swipe and show all the other photos that you don't want on your main IG. This is perfect for you guys. So this is some sizes to keep in mind for that. Reels, by the way, if you're not doing Reels, start doing them. That is like, I'm finding it's your best reach right now, and you can make custom photos for it if you want to. And then here are some people and blogs to follow for ideas. So I've got Pretty Presets. That's who a lot of the photographers would use. You can go to prettypreset.com, and there's Adobe blog. So they have a lot of things that are going to help you with Lightroom and different things like that. Clickin' Moms is just a lot of just ladies mainly that are awesome, awesome photographers. And of course, guys, you can go anywhere. You can go on IG and find an awesome photographer. But I just found that was helpful. And then Scott Kelby, kind of boring, kind of technical, but he knows a lot of stuff. And then I'll show you some other people here in a second. So real quick, again, I'm so sorry guys, but before, this is my straight out of camera right here with my son in the bathroom with my phone. I didn't even do the portrait mode or anything. And then this is the after doing Lightroom, okay, which I'm gonna show you how to do. And then adding in elements, this is just like having some light. This was having some lens flare. I didn't even adjust the opacity on that. Here, straight out of camera, took him to a graveyard of all things. We just pulled over to the side of the road. So to the right is a graveyard. But this is just him and his dog. And you know what? This is probably something I would crop out, this the leash, but she was going crazy. And so over here, just a quick edit of a preset. And then here I just added in some fog on this one. And on this one, I took out the fog and added in a little bit of light. So these are screenshots. They're a little blurry for you guys, but I just wanted to show you that. This horrible background, as you can see, not even lit with a light, but I just added in 3 different ways of doing a preset. You can do whatever you want, and it just changes it so you can see how this was kind of muggy. And while these aren't perfect by any means, I can make myself look more airy. I can make myself look more tan. I can have some more color pops in here. And then down here, this was out of Corn Maze, so, you know, it's fine. But I lightened it up a little bit here. I changed the blues. You can make the preset. Here it's a little bit more moody, a little bit more drama. And then here I just cropped it a little bit. And if I was going to, like, go the extra mile, I'd probably remove the tree, and I'd probably remove this. And I know there's apps out there for it, but I don't think it's totally necessary either. Again, just some more before and afters, like, right here, just added in a little bit more like red orange. And then this photo right here of our dogs, you can see this one's a little bit more light. This one has a little bit more red, and they are kind of bright. They're probably a little bit too bright, but that's okay. So that's what I have for you guys on that. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to quickly go over the IG stuff. And let's see, I'm going to quickly go over the IG stuff. And then I'm going to get to the editing for you guys and stop for Q&A. So I should have enough time. So I'm going to take you to my feed really quick. And, this is my feed. It's not perfect by any means, but like just going over some things like this right here. We aren't like looking at the camera. We're laughing. He's being crazy. I'm texting right here. Both my hands have something. Here, my face is framed. You know, you can crop off heads and stuff. It's okay. Here's it's a messy kitchen, guys. I'm going against what I'm telling you, but it's okay. Sometimes you just have to do it in the mess. And let's see. Anyway, here's more of a lifestyle. These aren't perfect, but he's in his element. This is just telling my story of like, my kids get into the fridge and they stand on things and they do things like this. Here I'm at Disney, right? But you want a lot more white space. So having something where your subject is small and then you got a big space in the back. I always try to have something in my hand. I was holding onto my ears there and holding onto a bag and also flipping my foot back. But anyways, you can look through that, but I wanted to show you the color differences. So here, of course, it gets a little more color there. I'm trying to stay more muted and more airy. And then here, I don't use this account anymore, but I have more bright and clean colors, and this was for just lifestyle and kids and homeschooling, which I don't use anymore. I recommend only one IG account. And then here was more of the Disney and fun and food and stuff like that. So if we go into this, which is Click and Moms, which I showed you, you'll see how beautiful some of these photos are. And I want this to inspire you guys, because like these are more dark, these are darker, they're nothing like my photos. And some of these probably were taken with DSLRs, but you can get moody, you can hold things, and that can be your focus right there. Like she just gave birth, and just look at her face. So this child is playing here, and this right here, this little girl are off to the side, and you can see right here how there's some branches in front, which is the layering I'm talking about. Here she's off to the side, so the rule of thirds. This little puppy is framed between these other dogs, so that's framing, and they're in a door. Here's another framing with the path. And just start looking around at other photos and getting ideas. And like this one right here, I love this because just the Dollar General, like there's nothing totally special about that, but you can take pictures anywhere and it tells a story. So it can tell a story about your life. And then pretty presets. So again, you can look through here at different ways. She's holding up a prop just in front of her eyes of a leaf. You can get creative with anything you have. And then here, this is just showing you, this is more light and airy, but it's also colorful. So this is the feed if you like light and airy. And then this one right here, she's fun if you have lots of kids. Again, here's, you can see framing with the fence. And this one right here, she has a lot of colorful, it's probably way down further, but you can get the idea. You can look here. And then this guy, Peter McKinnon, this is somebody I just found, but he has a lot of moody and different perspectives on things, so you can get ideas there. And then of course, I always do follow people that are in my niche too. And I see how they're doing things. You can see she has a lot of blue, right? And it's bright and it's colorful. And then this lady, like, she's journaling, she's at the table with friends or colleagues, and not all of these pictures are perfect, and that's okay, but you can just get the idea. There's so many great people to follow out there. Just find somebody that you really resonate with, and you'll be able to really get help with that. I do have some posing things I wanted to share with you guys, so I'm going to probably either put that in Pinterest or something because I haven't found them yet. But if you need some ideas, I put some posing ideas here to look at. Of course, you can go on IG. It's crazy. Just hashtag photography posing ideas, and you will find so many things. You'll be busy for months. So you can find me at, I don't know, it's the Busy Mom Boss Up or anything. I don't know how to get to it on here. I'm sorry. And then on Amazon, I'll show you real quick. And then I'll get to what I was going to do. Here, this is $30. But what I like about this, I have one right here. This one isn't as tall. So this guy, you can flip it so it moves, like you can move it around. So if you want a down shot, but this isn't as tall. That one goes 65 inches. So you could have that and have it come down on you, so an overhead view of you in a selfie. And I thought $30, and it comes with the remote. It's pretty darn good. So the other thing, you guys, is just like a selfie stick like this. Oh, that's not a selfie one, but a stand like this with a ring light. That one looks like it's the big ring light. And then here's like the remote I use. It's $5, guys. You can get into, here's some soft boxes. These are the lights I was kind of talking about. Here's some more umbrella type boxes. You can also get lights like this. Here's a big one that's pretty bright. So you would probably use this instead of like the ring light up here. Right here, these two right here are great for on the go. If you want something that comes with the remote, I believe both of those come with the remote, but you want to have a way to take a big shot and not see the selfie stick, or to set it down and do a live or take a picture. Those are great, and they're small. So I think Kimberly has a site where you can, she has like all this stuff you can go look at, but those are kind of the idea of things you want to look at. And now what I'm going to try to do, if you guys can bear with me, is share my screen and we'll edit some things. So if I can't do this, I'm going to check the comments real quick while I'm loading this to see if anybody has any questions so far. So if anybody has any questions, just let me know in the comments, and while I'm trying to get this thing started. So this is going to be interesting. I've tried this yesterday. It worked really well. So yeah, any questions you guys have on anything, just let me know. And again, if I can't get this to work, which so far it looks like it's working, if I can't get this to work, then we will just, I'll just do I'll put it in the title. I'll do it right after this. I'll do a screen share. Okay, I think this might be working. So get this. Thanks guys for being so patient. It's not, okay, 1 second. Yeah, if there's anything I missed or anything, just let me know. I will share it in the comments. Okay, I think this is working. Okay, here we go. You guys are gonna see just how crazy red my, oh, that's me. That's not supposed to be me. I didn't want to show me. Okay, let's see. If there might be a little lag in this too. Don't mind all the red bubbles. Okay, we're gonna go, the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna wanna go to the App Store. And I'm gonna try to do this as fast as possible. You're gonna go to the App Store and you're going to search for Lightroom. So I'll show you that one. And then I'll show you the lens distortion. Lightroom right there. Okay, that's what we want. And then for lens distortion, it's right here. Lens distortions, layer-based color effects. Okay, and then of course there's, if I don't know if this one's free or not, you'll have to look, but you would do Photoshop Express Photo Editor or Snapseed. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you're going to open up Lightroom. You've got it downloaded. You're going to make yourself an account. It's free. Of course, you can get the paid versions of things, but you don't have to. Now I'm sorry. This screen right here will pop up, and you're just going to have nothing in your photos, so you'll want to add photos. You can also take pictures in here. It just gives you more creative things to do if you get more into photography. But real quick, you can make, once you get your photos in here, let's just go back to photos, and let's edit. Let's say you got, where was it at? This is my daughter, Whitney. We look crazy, but whatever. Okay, so you have the photo in here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to lights, and you want to bump up the exposure or bring it down, you know, depending on how you want it to look or what have you. There is really no right or wrong way. But I'm going to bump hers up to about, well, 68. And then the contrast, as you can see, more contrasty, less. I'm going to go about to, we'll just do 6, okay? And then highlights, you can bring them down, you can bring them up. So highlights, yeah, I'm on highlights. Okay, so I'm going to bring them up a little bit just to about 11. You can play around with this, just look around. That's how you're going to get to know this. Shadows, so you can see I can bring down the darker tones, I can lighten them up and bring out more detail. I'm going to just bring them up to about 30 or so. Okay, so I just lightened up the tree and everything like that. And then whites, you can see if I go this way, it just brightens them. If they're too blown out, you can bring them back down. I'm going to bring mine up to, let's go to 39. And then blacks, I can darken them up to give more of that crisp black, or I can lighten them up to show more detail. And I'll just leave it at 9, or maybe a little less, 7. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is go to color. And you have temperature, which is that Kelvin thing I spoke about. And you have tint, vibrance, and saturation. So Sometimes I'll mess with the temperature. So if I go to the left, it's blue, and if I go to the right, it's like really red. So I'm gonna add just a little bit. It's like, we'll do 9. And then tint, I can make it more green. So if there's too much red, I can bring it down to the green. If there's too much green, I can bring it up to the purple. But for tint, I'll go to 3. And then vibrance, you can see, really brings out a lot of colors, or I can take away the colors and you can go pretty much dark, like black and white almost. Vibrance, we'll go there. And then saturation can get really crazy. So I really like vibrance better than saturation, but if you want to go black and white, you go all the way to the left. And then saturation, I'll just leave it there. Okay, so this is the thing you really want to do and where you can get really creative, is up to the top right, you can see mix. It's a little color wheel, and you click on it. And what you would do is you can change the colors of each color and make it however you want. You can change the tones, the saturation, just all those things. So you're going to have hue, saturation, and luminance for each one. And I will show you the red one really quick. So for hue, like if I go, you look at her lips, I guess. If I go left, they get really red. If I go right, they kind of wash out. So I'm just going to go to like there, 14 or something. Now saturation, I can go all that way. I can bring out more. So I'm going to go to 15. I'm going to give her a little bit of saturation. Well, 16. And then the luminance just darkens it up or brightens it up. So I'm going to darken it up a little bit to there. And you can click on the photo and hold it down to see your before and your after at any time. Then we'll go to orange. I'll go through this really quick so you can see right or left. And then I'm just going to go up a little bit to like 7. And then saturation, you can go left or right. She kind of like look like Oompa Loompa or whatever. I'm just going to go like 4. And luminance, that's scary. Sorry. I'm just going to kick it down just a little bit. Okay, and we'll go to yellow really quick. I might just do another one for you guys on the other ones because I don't think we're going to have enough time. And I'll share that with you. So what I'm doing here is I'm bringing down the greens a little bit. I want to kind of make that the grass, you would think you'd want it real green, but I actually like it the other way. So I'm bringing it down pretty darn far, huh? I'm gonna bring it down to about there. And then saturation, I can bring out, or I'm gonna put a little bit more color back in. And then the luminance, I want to brighten it up. Okay, and then we can go to green, and I'm gonna take out a lot more. Was I just on green? No. Okay, and then saturation, just play around with it. See, just more green, less green, just whatever you want your picture to look like. A good thing you can do is look at somebody that edits like you would want, and just kind of train your eye to see what they're doing and think of the colors and just edit your photos while looking at some of theirs. Okay, then we have the aqua color, which I don't think this is really changing much, so yeah. And then blue. If you look at the sky, you can see I went to the left and it gets really aqua-y, and to the right it looks really purpley. So we're going to go to, we'll just do somewhere where it doesn't look so in your face. And then saturation, I can lighten it up. I can make it even more like intense, but I'm going to lighten it up. I have a thing with light photos right now. And then luminance, again, darken it up, lighten it up. Yeah, just put it there. Okay, purples, not a whole lot's going on there, and pinks, probably not a whole lot's going on there either. Okay, so I'm going to show you the before and then the after. Not too bad. So it's a little bit more of what I would want to do. Press done. The next thing you would go to is detail, and you know what, if you want, you can just sharpen it up a little bit. Like, don't go all drastic all the way to the right, but you know, about here is probably fine. Sharpen it up a little bit for mobile. And there's other things you can do on there, but we're not going to even worry about that. Other than that, you can go to effects, and you can bump up the texture, or you can bump it down to soften it. I'm going to soften it a little bit So I'm going to go about to 25 or so and just soften it a little bit. And then clarity, same thing. You can make it super, super unclear, or like just like that. You can see the difference there. So I'm just going to right there to -2. And then you can also add a vignette. So if you want a dark, moody photo, go all the way to the left. Not all the way, but like, you know, go more to the left. Or, you know, if you have a really light photo and just your edges are dark, you could do this to lighten it up. I'm not even going to use the vignette. So with that, now all we want to do is we want to either save it as a preset if we like it so that we can use it on other things, or we can save it to our camera roll. So I'll show you how to save it to your camera roll. Go to your box with the arrow, click on it, and then just put export to camera roll. The other thing you can do is click on the 3 dots at the top right, and you'll see you can do create preset. So, and you can also do copy settings, which I'll show you. So let's do create preset. So we press create preset, and then it will give you an option. You name your preset, what you want to name it, and then a preset group. So I put all the ones I make in 2 groups. One of them is user presets. So all you need to do is just name it. So I'm going to do Whitney Corn Edit. I know it's not normally something I would name it. And then done, and then check the check mark at the top. Okay, so it's added to my presets. Now I can use that on anything I want. And if I want everything that I took in that setting, I can do that as well. The other thing I can do is, and I'll show you in a minute how you can go to presets, but I can copy the settings and then what I can do is go back and I can go to this photo right here, click on it. Click on the 3 dots and do paste settings. And I just edited that photo that quick. The other thing I could do, I'll just go back, and you can go to previous right here, versions. I'm gonna go back to the original, is apply. And now I'm gonna go to my presets. And here's some of my user presets. So Whitney Edit, I just did, where is that at? I just click on it, and then if I'm happy with that, I click this, the check mark. If I'm not happy with it, I can go through all my presets and I can pick one that I like. Now, if I'm like, oh, I like this one right here, okay, great. So, but it's a little dark for me, then I would just go over to light and I can bump up the exposure, or I can darken it more. So you can, even though it's a preset, you can still do all the things with it and make it your own. So I think that's, well, I did want to do another one, but we're running out of time. So I will load another edit for you guys using my son as, and I will also load how to do the lens distortion, because I know we're out of time and I want to be respectful of that. So with that, you guys, I hope this helped. Please, 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 if you have any questions, I'm sure I had some notes and I know I skipped over some things, but if anything from this, I'll share the recording and a link to that in the description for you guys. I will also record, no, that's already on here. I will record the lens distortion and another Lightroom thing for you guys so you can really have a more in-depth way of looking at it. I know that was kind of quick, but if you have any questions on that, drop it below and I'll add it to it. Also, guys, don't let this like push you back. Like, let it inspire you. Be inspired to create photos. That's when you're going to create your best photos. And just know that there really is, while there is some key things with lights and stuff like that and different compositions, be creative with it. Like, show you. And it's better to post a photo than not post anything at all. And when I say that, I mean like post the photo. You know, you're going to get better the more you do it. Because if you're not posting anything, you're not even putting yourself out there. So you gotta go through the muck to get to the good, and I know you guys can. So I've seen photographers go from really bad to really good, and you guys, all you need is a phone. All you need is a phone and some good light and something to take a picture of, and you'll always have that because you have you. So with that, guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for letting me share with you. And with that, I will talk to you guys. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. And take some pictures. Go take some pictures and put some of these things into